I'm award-winning inspirational speaker Donyae Finish. Whatever you'd like to accomplish this year, I'm going to inspire you to get it done. Today I want to talk to you about mindset. It's very important to have a positive mindset no matter what it is that you're going through. 3 things that I want to touch on in terms of having a positive mindset and why it's important. Number 1, when you go through trials, when you're misunderstood. And lastly, failure is the 3rd thing I want to talk about in terms of having a positive mind. I want to tell you a quick story. There's a character in the Bible, his name is Joseph. Now Joseph was the younger brother of, I think he had 11 older brothers. When Joseph was young, he told his older brothers, imagine you guys bowing down to me and serving me. So his brothers threw Joseph in the well because they thought he was arrogant, they thought he was cocky. And so instead of leaving him in the well, they took him out of the well and they sold him into slavery. Joseph was a slave for Potiphar, I believe, and Potiphar's had a wife. Potiphar's wife tried to sleep with Joseph and Joseph ran. Because he ran, Potiphar's wife said that Joseph tried to sleep with her and he was arrested. You can see that Joseph is going through a lot of struggles. He's going through a lot of trials in his life. He's experiencing a lot of failures. He has been very misunderstood. Not only was Joseph thrown in jail and falsely accused for trying to make a move on Potiphar's wife, but he stayed in jail for 2 years. At one point, Joseph became very, very good at interpreting dreams, and so he did it for the king, and he became the right-hand man to the king. So he went from being a young boy thrown in a well, going into slavery, going to jail, and because of his gift, he was able to be the right-hand man for the emperor or the king of Egypt at that time. His brothers eventually did serve him. I'm sure you may have a similar experience, some ups you've gone through, some downs that you've gone through, some trials that you've gone through. But now in the midst of those trials, one thing that Joseph did, and I encourage you to do today, is Joseph kept a positive mindset. Even when Joseph was in the well, he still believed his dream to be true, what he professed to his brothers. Even when Joseph was in slavery, he still believed his dream to be true, what he professed to his brothers. Even when Joseph was in jail, he still believed his dream to be true. What does this mean? Joseph has a positive mindset. Keeping a positive mindset, regardless of what trial you go through, will take you a long way. It'll take you through any struggle. It'll take you through any tribulation. It'll take you through any trial that you can go through. The second thing is being misunderstood, right? Keeping a positive mindset when you're misunderstood. Now, like Joseph, I'm sure you've been misunderstood where you try to share your dream or share your passion or your goal with other people, and they just take it as if you're cocky. They just take it as if you think you're a know-it-all or you're better than somebody. But it's hard to communicate what's inside of you to other people, so sometimes they misunderstand you. Even through being misunderstood, Joseph kept a positive mindset. Third thing that I want to touch on is failure. Now, Joseph, when he revealed his dream or his prophecy to his brothers, he believed it to be very, very true, what he was called for, what he was called to do. So he experienced an element of failure as he was progressing through all these terrible stages. Like, how did I go to jail? How did I go to prison, right? How did I wind up in this well in all of these places? Now, you may have experienced some places in your life that feel like prison. Maybe you've been to prison. Maybe you've experienced some drama that felt like being in a well or even slavery. Some things, I guarantee you, through the struggle or the journey called life, you're going to experience some things that are going to make you feel like you're in prison. What I am here today to tell you, to inspire you, to encourage you to keep a positive mindset. If you keep a positive mindset, even in your failures, Even when you fail, good things will happen. Good things happen to Joseph. I believe good things are gonna happen to you as always. Y'all know I'm rocking a wristband. They say no start, no finish. When I tell people to put the wristband on their wrist, I tell them to keep their goal or their dream, desire, whatever it is they want to accomplish this year at the top of their mind. Comment your dream or goal for this year, and I'm gonna send you a free wristband. I'm Donyae, award-winning inspirational speaker. Today, I just want you to keep a positive mindset through trials. I want you to keep a positive mindset through failure, and I want you to keep a positive mindset even when you're misunderstood. Donyae Finish Daily Inspiration, positive mindset.